Hello there, it is I, savewith.crypto. Okay, so 3 days ago I put out this video. This was actually Sunday afternoon, I think, and I was talking about the CME gap, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange group in Chicago, who trade crypto from Monday to Friday. Well, I think it's probably Sunday night until Friday evening. And this is the bit where I'd observed that what seems to happen is whatever it closes at on the Friday night, sometime during the next week, usually quite early on, it does return to that price, like 68,040 is what I was looking for. This is what the video said. It does tend to go back to that at some point during the week, and quite often on Sunday night, Monday morning. So 68,040. Now, if you look at that, that's actually quite a bit down from where we are, isn't it? 68. I might just put a little horizontal ray in there at 68,040. Okay, I'll give it the text of like CME. Anyway, so that's what I did on Sunday. Now, it didn't happen on Sunday night. It happened yesterday. So what we saw was the price come down rather beautifully, right down actually as far as 67,455. Okay, so what I did was I didn't follow my own advice. Well, I kind of did. I did with a smaller trade, but I didn't follow my advice with a larger trade I had. What I did was sometime on Monday, I kind of like went into a trade, and then of course the price came down, so I was underwater for days. So I just want to show you the difference between the two trades, because like one's got a good entry and the other one's got a terrible entry, and this is the kind of like battle I've got going on in my brain at the moment. So let's show you the bad one first of all. Okay, so the bad one is here, and you know, I sort of added to the position when it was going down, and I did all sorts of stupid things, and basically this big drop here happened on the 9th of April, and I was quite heavily underwater. I mean, luckily this trade is only 8x, so my liquidation price, or deleverage price as it calls it, is actually right down at $62,500. So that's not too bad, but it did mean I was underwater for days. It also meant I couldn't take advantage of the price going back up here, you know. So at the moment this trade is probably slightly underwater. Yeah, it's underwater by about $247. I can't bring myself to actually come out of the trade completely, but I should do. And I've set these kind of orders here to sort of scale out of the position. But really, that's a really stupid thing to do. I should just literally, when it's in profit, I should just close it and then look for a new position. In fact, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to get rid of these orders. Okay. And I'm going to tell myself that if it goes back up to, say, to here, like 71,266, I'm going to close it, okay? So 71,266, and I'm going to close 100% of the position. Okay, and that will make 3.31%. So let's confirm that. Now that's what I should do, right? You know, I should just get out of the trade, because where it is now is not somewhere where I'd go long. Now let's look at the good trade. This good trade is a BTCUSDT one. So this is using Tether as the underlying asset rather than Bitcoin. So when I close this trade, I'll be left with Tether rather than Bitcoin. If you've got any questions about that, please leave them in the comments, because I'm not quite sure if I'm over everybody's head a little bit. I know I've got a lot of new viewers, and even when I say things like TA, I mean, that means technical analysis. Not everybody knows that, do they? So I think what I might have to do is some very, very basic videos about, you know, the basics of trading for complete beginners. So I might start doing that. I did try it before. I think what I might do though, I might use that new exchange. I might use BloFin, because I know that's going to be okay in the UK, and I also know there are a few people, including my daughter's boyfriend, who is quite interested in learning about trading, and he's based in the UK as well. So I think I'll do that with BloFin. I'll probably start that sometime this week, maybe. So if you want to make sure you know about that, do make sure you are subscribed and you've got the notifications set on all. It's very important. And by the way, do watch this video to the end, because that really helps the YouTube algorithm. You know, even if you get a bit bored of my voice, just go off and make a cup of tea or whatever and let the video finish, because it does help the algorithm massively. Anyway, so here's a good one, right? So what happened here was I had a couple of orders set right down here to basically try and get that CME value, so the 68,100 or whatever it was. So I actually got an entry at 67,967, and I was really confident about this. So what I did was I did it on quite stupid leverage. Now, don't try this at home, but I did it on 37x leverage, and I was using about $300, 324 USDT. That's $324 pretty much. That was my investment. Now at the moment, you know, it's doing pretty well. I'm actually 160% in profit, which is $532. Pretty good, isn't it? And I've got a stop loss set here, so if it does come down to something freaky, I'm still going to make money. But you know, this is like a really safe and nice trade. The only thing here is I've actually used all the tether I've got, which is a bit stupid as well. But the point being, this one is like, you know, completely safe. It's completely nice. It's really good. I don't have to worry. I can sleep at night with this, even though it is 37x leverage, because my entry was really good, as opposed to this one here, where my entry was terrible, and I'm still in a loss, even though Bitcoin has pumped quite a lot overnight. So I just thought I'd show you the difference, you know. Rather than trying to be in a trade all the time like I tend to be, you know, you want to look for those opportunities. You want to look for those red days, like yesterday or the day before, or whenever it was. You know, when you saw massive great red candles and the price dropping by about, you know, $1,500, and those are the days when you should be going long. And I'm not into shorting at the moment, but if you were going to short, do the opposite. You'd be looking for the absolute euphoric bit where everyone's going crazy because Bitcoin's at an all-time high. People are long in the top, like what I did there. and at that point, you should probably think about going short, you know. Although at the moment, I don't suggest that, because the trend is very much up, I think. But anyway, I just thought I'd tell you what's going on in my head. And it is a big psychological game. A lot of trading is like knowing how to do it. Another bit is understanding the TA, the technical analysis, and, you know, getting an idea for which way the price is going to go. And then the other part is just dealing with your emotions. And that is the hardest part, I think. Okay, so where do I think the price might go next? Well, I think we're looking at this big ascending triangle here. This is on the 6 hour time frame on TradingView. And you know, this triangle goes back to the middle of February. But it seems like, you know, we keep hitting this sort of level here at around like 72,800, and sooner or later it probably will break that. It could come back down. If it comes back down, I think it will come down to you know, 51.7, because that's a strong level of support there. But it's quite likely it will go up, especially with all the excitement of the halving being pretty much next week, isn't it? So I'm expecting a move upwards and breaking out of this triangle, at which point we could go to 80k and beyond. But I'm not sure what's going to happen in the very small period. It's quite possible that it might come down to this trend line again, so like 68k, and then go back up, or even just wiggle around like that. Do something like that. Might get a little fake out like that, just like we did back here. But that's the kind of thing I'm looking at. So generally, I'd say overall, if you are using derivative trading, then do have low leverage. Don't do stupid things like what I've done, go 37x. You know, keep it down to like 5x or less. And of course, none of this is financial advice. Please do your own research. And trading futures or derivatives is a risky business. Can be very, very fruitful, but it also can wreck you completely. So make sure you know what you're doing. Okay. So any questions about that, please leave a comment. While you're down there, make sure you are subscribed and you've ticked the notifications. Do like the video, of course. And above all, tell your friends.